Welcome back. We are out here in the middle of nowhere. We are also in the middle of doing stuff. Right now we're looking for cattails so that I can make some cordage so that, ooh, hey look, so that I can smoke some meat and preserve some of that food. Okay. Oof. Okay, we can't get up there. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, we're still in the middle of winter. So yeah, there's still snow everywhere. What did we end up with? Granite stone. Okay. Not sure that's really necessary, but we have it. Alrighty. Let's check our map right quick. See where we are. Oh, hey. Okay, this looks very interesting. Let's go check that out. Let's see, I'm not sure where I am. There we are. Okay. Let's go see what that is. And keeping in mind, we're still looking for stuff. Cool stuff. Cattails. Or vines. We can use vines to make cordage. Let's see. I think where I left you all off last time. Oh my goodness. Oh my. We, oh hey look. We, okay. Yeah, we were going to run around and visit all of the old villages and just kind of check in with everybody when we got that last village that we were working on settled. I did that. I went around to all the villages. I checked in with everybody. Everything is fine in the whole world. And then I noticed that when we were working in that last area, I think it was right around in here somewhere, 2 more villages popped up. This one here and this one here. And for the last, I don't know, 2 days, I've been working in this village here, which started out to be a little, oh my goodness, what in the world is this? Wow. Okay, keep going. Anyway, it started out to be a little tiny Viking village with just like 3 or 4 buildings, and it's grown considerably because I was up until 2 a.m. and I had nothing better to do because, you know, I had a little bit of caffeine, and that's what happens when you drink caffeine. Okay. All right. I've seen a ruin similar to this, but, oh gosh, what's in here? Blasting, a globe, and rusty gears. Yeah, they're, a ruin very similar to this. Longtime viewers might recall. We did a little bit of cleanup with it, but we never saw it in the winter, so this is different. It feels like winter is just lasting forever here, and my goal of building super highways to connect all of our villages, you can't do it. You can't do it in the winter. You can't see where the water is. Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll get there. Oh my goodness. All right, somebody is breathing down my neck. Okay, I don't see anybody, but I can certainly feel the heat from their breath. Yeah, yeah, I want to build bridges and roads and things, but you can't see with all the snow on the ground. And it's just redundant to clear land and then have it snow all over you again. And then you got to clear the land again to go the next few feet. Oh, golly. That kind of took me by surprise. Okay, let's go ahead and leave all these building components there. And let's go see what these other two buildings are all about. This is very interesting. Okay, is that a building or is those mountains? That's definitely a building. Let's head this way just to rule this out, that this is something we should be looking into. Chicken. Okay. Those are just mountains. Let's go see what this one over here is. Wow. I think the architect on this one was very brave. Okay. How do we get up there? I think there is a problem. I do not have any. I have ladders. All right, let's use our ladders. Ooh, because I did not have any chunks of dirt to use. Okay, forage. And I have a feeling this should have been sunk. Ugh, come on. I think this... Okay. Yeah, I think this should have been sunk into the ground. Careful. Okay. Well, this was very exciting. Pete. All right, moving on to the next. Golly. This is a very busy map of treasures. Okay. Yeah, I can't even tell where I am. All right, let's head to this one over here. Yeah, and along with just doing these little things, we're just kind of spending time. Look at all the vines. Yeah, we're just kind of... Look at all the chisel work. Nice. And yeah, we're just spending time here waiting for the season to change so we can move into the season of being able to see the ground. Wow. Very nice. Okay. And what's this? Okay, it doesn't tell me a story. We don't actually... No, I don't need that. Okay, stay there. Hey, look! Candles. We do actually have a chandelier. And I think I am short a couple of candles. So we're just going to borrow those. We're just going to borrow them. I'm not going to change anything else in here. I could grab all of these vines because that's what we're actually looking for. But I don't want to. I want to leave this place just as we found it. This is very cool. Very nice. Is there an up? Okay, is there a way to get up? Am I missing it? Probably. We've done that before. Is that like a bell tower there? Can we just throw some ladders up and... Oh! Oh, golly. Let's try that again. There we go. Oh, you're not going to let me put a ladder up, huh? There we go. Oh, let me in. Oh, thank you. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. I don't know if we can get anywhere here. Interesting. The floor seems to have given way. Oh! Okay. All right. Wow, that was very interesting. Okay, where's that other one that we saw? Is that it? All right, let's go see. Unless this is the one that we just left. Wow. Yeah, I know we were here, but it just... These are all just so cool. Okay, so we saw this one. We saw that one. Is that it in this area? I think it might be. Okay, oh, there's something going on over here. That might be a trader. Let's go ahead and mark that and see if it is a trader. We'll head on over there, introduce ourselves. Okay, and if anything else pops up in the meantime, of course we will investigate it. And then we're going to work our way back to the new village that I found, and I'll show you what changes we did there. And then of course we need to go and look at the other village that popped up, kind of in the same area. Uh-oh. Are we lost? We got to do some mountain climbing. Yeah, we might be lost here. Anyway, yeah, we're going to go look at the other village. Oh, hey, look. This is our village. This is the Viking village I found that we have been working in. Let's go ahead and take a look at that now, and then we'll go check out the possible trader. All right, now, somewhere here, there is a gate. Oh gosh, I wanted to see this light in the dark. But it looks like we're going to have to wait for another darkness. Yep. I just wanted to see how much that lit up the area compared to the other light towers that I have. See, there's one over here. These are the four corners of this particular village. And we did that initially, but I wanted to see just how bright the other one would be, because we're kind of looking at a new invention that these folks have come up with, which is putting their torch material, grass, fabric, whatever, up in that area And then inside of here, there's a reservoir where they just keep feeding the fat or the fuel. And that gives you that, that continuous glow. Okay. All right. This is our lovely gate. We're here. Now keep in mind, this was a very small place when we first came in. There were no fences, and of course there was no perimeter fence, and we did all this. This was here, this was the trader's house, and we made it much larger. Initially it was 2 blocks deep, that was it, and then the wall was right there. So yeah, we made that a little bit bigger. Put in an extra bed, put their heat source here, and their crude little chimney there. And again, you have to have this to block it, otherwise you don't get the little icon up in the left hand corner. So, and then of course we just did a crude little chimney on top, and that's just made out of the aged thatch. So, and that's pretty much all we did there so far. This is the chicken coop. I swapped out this door because I didn't like the door they had on there. But let's go and take a look at that. And keep in mind, we did all these fences. None of these fences were here. And I have plowed so many times and shoveled so many times through here, and it just keeps snowing. Hi. Hi there. Okay. We've got eggs. Now this is the coop where we are hopefully gonna get some baby chickens and have chicken meat. That's the plan for that coop. We have another coop that's just egg production. Okay, in here is our pigs, obviously. And this all started with just one sow that wandered into the village, and she had like 6 babies with her. So, and this is what happened. They all grew up, and here we are. We have a bull over there and 1 calf, and these seem to take forever to grow up. So I don't know if that's a female or a male, but these 2 here, they just insisted on being part of our village. I was just going to do pigs, but yeah, those 2 there, as I was building the fence, they insisted on joining us, so here they are. Okay, storage area. This is our well. I took the wall down and filled it with water, so now we have that. Ooh, can't get up there because of that. We added an herbalist. We added a soldier. Let's see, we added... Who are you? I'm not sure who you are. We added another farmer and another shepherd. Okay, this is our gathering area. And there was this mountain over here, so we went ahead and made it into our kitchen. So this is our kitchen area. I think it's clever when we can use the environment. This is our storage area under the kitchen. Yeah, when we can use our environment instead of tearing down that mountain. Hi there. We're using it as part of our living. Okay, another house. And another viewer and I, a viewer that I have been working with, speaking with, and yeah, taking ideas from, gave me this idea here, and I think it's a very logical and clever idea. Okay, we've got the house here, and in the yard of that house is their garden, and then in the back area of that house is their chickens. And the only way to get to either of these areas is through the yard of this house. So I think that's kind of a neat idea. Why do you need to go in there? Okay, this is the chicken coop where we are just collecting eggs. And I just collected a few. We're not keeping a rooster in there. We just want the eggs. Okay, moving on. Yeah, I know. Okay, over here we've got 2 farmers, and we picked a few crops that can withstand the cool temperatures, just to keep these guys busy and have a little bit of food. There's one thing I noticed when I came into this village. There was no food. There wasn't even an animal. Okay, where's the gate? There it is. There was 2 houses, 2 chicken coops that were very sad looking. Yeah, and like I said, we're up at 2 o'clock in the morning, high on caffeine, and one thing leads to another, and suddenly you build a village. And here we go. Underneath this area here is all water. Over here is water. And like I said, I've plowed this place several times to see where the land is and where the water is. The goal here on this area, as soon as we can actually find out for sure where the water is to put another house and possibly another garden over here. So, or we could just walk away from this village and be done, because we have other villages to look at. Let's go drop this stuff off so we're not carrying things with us that we don't need. I try not to do this, but I have stuff in nearly every village. And the goal was to get the roads done and the bridges done, and then eventually build the warehouses or storage units or shopping centers, markets, a mall, places like that, and take all this stuff that I keep collecting to those establishments. And I mean, I've had this idea for quite some time, and I've talked about it before. I have a feeling this is water. But life just kind of gets in the way of your plans, you know? Okay, we're heading for that other village. Probably, oh, there it is. Yeah, check the map, see where we are. If you've been following me, well, okay, no. If you've been listening to me yammer on, you know that I moved a few months back, and we're just getting acclimated to this area and, you know, the quirks of this apartment. And one of the quirks is this apartment is very, very warm all the time. So it makes it... Well, that's nice. Okay, well, you're stuck. It makes it difficult to actually work or video or play when it's just so warm. So we've been kind of dealing with how to live with some of the issues here. Okay, what have we got here? This house is... Oh, hey, hi. There's your problem. Oh, gosh. Apparently, yeah, you have other problems as well. Okay, this is another Viking village, just like the other one. And what we will do is we'll put a not a fire. We're going to put a brazier in here. Why do you have a trough in here? Are you eating out of that? We'll put a brazier in here and then put in our crude chimney piece. Okay. And there's no windows, so we'll go ahead and put in, hi there. We'll put in chunks of glass in those window areas. Must be the well up here, yeah. Okay, this is the same well that was in the other one. I took this piece out and filled it with water and took away this piece here. Just a little modification. I don't know how you got in there, but you can just stay there. Okay, yeah, this village looks a little bit challenging. It needs some things. And again, it's hard to know what it needs when we can't see the ground. I can't see where, with the exception of this, the stone paths, I can't really see where their other paths are without digging everything up. So, but, okay, what are you? You're a snail. Good luck. Okay, it's nice that this village has a couple of gardens. The other one didn't have any gardens. Ooh, okay, we're stuck on the ice. Oh, interesting. You can see where the ice is lifted just a bit above the planting area here. So, how does that work when it melts? Do we get a wet mess? There's slabs in here. So that's not as deep as a full block of water. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that concept before. More than likely we'll end up changing that though, because this just invites our villagers to stand in the water. So we're gonna do something with that. Excuse me, pardon me. Okay. Anyway, yeah, that's where we are with this. So I'm going to go ahead and straighten up this particular village. You can get out. Get out. You're not going to leave, are you? Because you're just not bright. Yep, he can't find the gate. Anyway, okay. So this village has gardens and no livestock. This village has lots of livestock and had no gardens. So initially I would probably put a road between these two, but I don't know what's under here, so I can't really do that just yet. So I am going to clean up this particular village and oh golly. And make all my notes, and when we come back, we shall have a finished village here, and hopefully, let's see where we at. February 30th? Wait, what? Okay, well, maybe back then they had 30 days in February. Oh, these are bees. Well, hi there. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'd like to know where these paths are. Is there more to this village? I can't see what's going on here. Does this village have a name? Let's see. We do not have Brutus. No, I'm not seeing a name. We don't even have a, oh, there's one. Okay. These here. Waypoint. Okay, so this village doesn't have a name. All right, well, it will when we're done. Okay. Yeah, we'll come back and hopefully have a thriving village here. we shall return.